It's official. Jonathan Taylor requested a trade as of tonight. Bombshell news, right? We weren't expecting this to be going along this fast. We didn't expect it to get this bad this quick. Jonathan Taylor, about a month ago, goes, "Yeah, I want to be a Colt for life. I don't want to leave this town." A month later, fast forward, and he goes and he requests a trade. It just goes to show how little words mean. But is this like a last-ditch effort to get the most money? What does this mean for Anthony Richardson? I'd like to welcome you to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you enjoy all this Colts news, Colts videos, NFL content, make sure you like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. So, Jonathan Taylor requesting a trade tonight was definitely not expected. Everything is happening very quickly, a lot faster, and everyone's doing a very poor job. The agency, Jim Irsay. So the agencies and Jim Irsay going on Twitter, social media, expressing their frustrations on social media. Very unprofessional by both ends. And it's just not what you want to see from from two professional parties arguing on the internet. And then the player who they're actually arguing about is the one that's being the most professional. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Jim Irsay going on saying, it's talking about the agent, and then the agent coming out saying, "Oh, Jonathan Taylor better go request a trade," and all this. Jim Irsay is annoying, he's horrible, and this and that. Just all this crap going on, all this unnecessary 2-year-old bullshit. Come on, you don't bring this to social media. Now, I'm not saying it's either or's fault. I'm just saying, man up and go and talk about it behind closed doors. Then you got, poor communication by both ends. I guess Jim Irsay did tweet and, it's bad faith to withdraw from a negotiation. But at the same time, Jim Irsay has said that they haven't even talked about extending Taylor's offseason. So that doesn't make sense. Maybe he was talking about the Barkley situation or something else. And, you just see the running back situation as a whole in the market. It's horrible. John Taylor sees that and the agent sees that, and they weren't getting what they want, so I believe the agent told Jonathan Taylor to request a trade, and let's see how desperate the Colts are to keep you. And I think it might be their last-ditch effort to keep him. Now, Chris Ballard is not going to be desperate. He is not going to reach his neck out and pay him all this money just because he's requesting a trade. I think Chris Ballard would absolutely trade him for not necessarily being selfish, because you got to understand when these running backs are coming from, when these players are coming from. The running backs don't last long. They want a decent amount of money because if they're not going to last that long, they gotta make a living for they gotta make something for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And kind of what the agent, what is seen to be a poor job by the agents lately, is that the agencies, they're just trying to go for money because they get a percentage out of the contract, so they absolutely want the player to get as most as they absolutely can. So telling Jim Irsay, telling the Colts that he wants a trade, definitely a way to try to get them desperate and pay as much as they would as much as they could offer, as they will offer. But even if he was traded, he wouldn't be traded for much because he's a running back. Like I just talked about, the running back market is pretty poor. There's not a lot of teams out there that's going to want to trade for a running back and trade for the price that the Colts are going to want and pay him as one of the highest paid running backs in the National Football League. It's just not realistic. The Colts may be able to trade him for maybe even a second as rich, because a team still has to pay him. And that's so much of a risk in itself. So a lot of stuff going on. He sees the running back market, and the agent sees that as well, and the agent wants as much money as they can get. So, and I'm proud of Jonathan Taylor for not taking anything to social media. He's, he looked miserable in practice, but you would be too if you're going through this bull crap. It sucks, but I respect him not expressing his frustrations on social media. I mean, he did comment on, the running backs getting tagged and stuff, but not really about this situation specifically, which I have a lot of respect for. But remember, the running back, if he does get traded, we have Zach Moss, Dean Jackson, Evan Hull, and it sounds like Evan Hull has had himself quite the nice training camp. So that running back room right there is more than enough. All three of them are more than capable of holding their own. That's more than what any team could ask for at running backs. And then having Jonathan Taylor is just a wild bonus. So, and I thought for a while I was saying it would be a good idea to pay this running back. It would be worth taking the chance, the risk, considering your rookie quarterback is on a rookie deal, and it would help him develop in his development. Now, maybe it's not going to be there. It's not going to help in his development. And, if his true self is really coming out and doesn't want to be here anyways, I mean, why would you want to keep him either way? Honestly, is he going to go out there and fight really hard and play and practice really hard and train really hard if he's not looking happy right now, like he doesn't even want to be there now just because of the money? I mean, the money is kind of a lot because it's, you're putting your body on the line. You're doing a lot. So I understand where the running backs are coming from. I understand where Jonathan Taylor's coming from. But you got to realize he's coming off of an ankle injury. He was, ankle surgery. He was out half the year, and he wants to be paid as one of the top backs, and teams are going to have to trade for him. I don't see him trading for him, and then also remember that running backs don't always, having one of the best running backs don't mean Super Bowls. I think there's like one or two running backs in the past decade or 15 years that have been paid over $1 million a year and have actually won the Super Bowl. So it just goes to show you don't need that wild running back to win the Super Bowl. You don't need that anymore. So like I said, JT's been quiet, but it's also JT's say at the end of the day of what he wants. So if he's listening to the agent, he's like, yeah, that's right. So he is with the agent a little more. He is. That's kind of where he's siding. And he's making his own decisions. Remember that. So look at the running back market. Yikes. But yeah, remember, Chris Ballard won't be desperate. And if he's going to be traded, he's going to be traded. He's going to let it be. He's going to let whatever is meant to be happen. Is Jonathan Taylor worth paying $16, $17 million a year? I don't think so. And that's probably what the agent wants. Remember, he's coming off of ankle surgery, missing half the year. Too many big questions. And it's running back position on top of it. So, not looking good. Now, do I hope teams don't really bite? He's still in the team. And maybe they say, hey, okay, let's go with this. Maybe 13. It's, it sounds like the Colts are, we're throwing around a number like $13 million a year. But maybe he wants 14, 15, or 16, 17. I don't know what he wants, but hopefully they can get some kind of deal done. Maybe they're, a month into the preseason, a month into this process, and they say, hey, let's just get this done. Let's get it over with, and that would be a dream. And it's going to suck if he's not if he's not here, because imagine Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson in the same backfield. Sounds too good to be true, and it seems like that's the case. So I want you guys to let me know what you think about this. How do you feel? Are you happy, excited? Do you think he should be traded? Do you think he's going to be traded? How much do you think he should be paid if they do end up actually paying him? I think it's starting to go a little too far. I think the relationship is a little unsalvageable. I mean, anything is repairable, but I mean, egos get in the way. They're men, agencies, money. Yeah. So I want you guys to let me know what you think. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. This is JDW Sports Talk Show, signing off.